So there's this new movement called passport boys. It's when guys, American men, go over to whatever country, find someone, marry them, and bring them back.
For her, I'll start off for her and then she can jump in. She didn't necessarily care about living in the United States forever. She always said that she would if it would make me happy as long as we could visit her family a lot, but she didn't actually want to live there permanently. That was not a goal or something she wanted to. I know a lot of people think Filipinos want to go to the U.S. and live there forever.
No.
I've never met one that actually wants to go there and stay there. She wanted to go there on vacation and visit. What were you going to say?
Yeah, for me it's like I went there because of you. Because I want to be with you, and of course it's America, so I want to experience the country like I can only see in movies, so a bit curious, but for good, no, because I'm happy here. I'm happy with my family. I have my friends like who understand me, and I can like express myself. Unlike in US, like I don't have a neighbor that is a Filipino, so it's hard to talk and express and get friends. It's really different with the same Filipinos. Like we're just so crazy, happy, laughing all the time.
We're not bringing them back here. Not us. We're going over to their country. We want our foreign women to stay foreign.
Passport bros are the guys that are saying, I think I'm going to get a passport and check out women on the other side of the planet. Great idea.
Passport boys. Let's talk about it. Apparently there's a growing movement, and apparently there is racial equality when it comes to this movement, because white, black, Hispanic, not Asians, you guys don't have any problems, going to other countries to find themselves a wife. And apparently this is making women really, really upset. And if you can find some of these videos of these women being salty, I invite you to find them because they're pretty awesome. There's nothing better than someone screaming at you about how they don't care, except they just made a 3-minute video about how they don't care.
I've been living in Dubai for the last 13 years. Meet a lot of Western men. Over this last decade, I've seen more and more American men here in Dubai with foreign wives. Women from Indonesia, from the Philippines, from Thailand, from Russia, from Ukraine. And I'm talking about your educated men, your school teachers, your engineers, your software technicians, your all of those professions where you get a good, solid, middle class, upper middle class man. And everyone have said the same thing. When I asked them this question, why did you choose this wife? 99.9% of them have said, I just cannot take Western women anymore. They just want women that are agreeable, who are fit, they're friendly, they're not overweight. And I'm not just talking about black men, middle class white guys as well, you know? So you modern women in America, you guys gotta be aware that there's an incredible competition for your men. I'm just saying.
Hey guys, in this video, something a bit different. So a few viewers have reached out to me and they said, hey, this Passport Bros thing is really up and coming. You should do a reaction video to one of these woke females. And so somebody sent me a video and they said, oh, check out this video. And at first I wasn't going to do it, but I watched the video and I was like, wow, okay. So here is my reaction to a video that a viewer sent me. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so here's the video, so let's go ahead and play it and see what this is all about. I actually haven't viewed it yet, but let's take a look at it here. Let's go.
And Filipino women who are also Asian have a tendency to be more loyal to their partner.
This is absolutely disgusting to me. This is why I specialize in intersectional feminism, and I cannot let this go. You can go watch the original creator's video if you want, but I'll give you a trigger warning. It's gross and full of these two things. First, I want to make this super clear, and I will not stutter. If you are a man, specifically a white man, who seeks out women from developing countries who are poor and vulnerable, you are a predator.
Oh boy. Poor and vulnerable, and we're predators. Okay. So I can see where this is going already. Let's continue this.
This man in his video goes on to perpetuate a horrific stereotype that literally harms Asian women, that says that Asian women are more submissive and loyal than Western women. The reason these women from these developing countries are married...
I think what she means is they are more feminine, caring, and loving, but she wants to call it something else.
Marrying you is the exact same reason that American women had to marry you before the 1970s. Because they had to. Because they were economically vulnerable. I worked in and around the military for a good amount of my career, and I actually lived in Asia for a little while. You should see the lines out the door of the visitor's office to get a visitor's pass for their Asian girlfriends.
Of all, Thailand does not have an American military base. Vietnam does not have a American military base. Cambodia doesn't have an American military base. And the Philippines hasn't had an American base since the 1990s. So she is completely way off. The only American military bases still left in Asia are South Korea, not an impoverished country. It's a first world country, and I mean, they have really taken off. In Japan, and neither one of them are an impoverished country where they need to date American military members.
And almost every single one of them will tell you they like the Asian women better because the Asian women know how to treat a man. The Asian women are quiet and submissive. The Asian women know their place.
If anybody has been around Filipino women, when they get together, they are actually pretty loud and they love to talk. They are not quiet and submissive. They like to take care of their guy, and they like to take care of the household, and I don't see anything wrong with that. If this is what, self-entitled American women, if this is what's waiting for you, I am certainly glad I left, and, any of you guys I feel sorry for if you guys are still back in the U.S., and this is the dating pool.
Y'all have heard that 1 in 3 women will experience domestic violence at some point in their life. But intersectional feminism looks at how these things affect us across intersectionalities. And as you can see, 41 to 61% of Asian women report experiencing violence at the hands of an intimate partner, which is significantly higher. Maya and I actually, we just saw a video of a Filipino guy beating his woman. But as far as foreigners, I think it's actually few, far, and in between. Have rarely heard of this happening. I think we treat them better, to be honest. And I don't know where her statistics came from. She didn't really link it. I mean, this is a TikTok video. But she sounds like she's just an angry female. Maybe she lost her boyfriend to an Asian woman. I don't know.
So actually, Filipinos are multilingual. English is our second language. And we speak 150 dialects in my country. You must understand, like us Filipino, we are naturally sweet.
Now we get to the videos that manage to attack the passport bros while insulting us Filipinos too.
When you go find a wife in the Philippines or Thailand or Eastern Europe or wherever these places are that are overseas, I'm assuming you mean they're more biddable, that they're less outspoken, they don't demand anything of you, that they're just happy to be rescued from their poverty-stricken life of no opportunity, and in return, all they have to do is subject themselves to your advances. I do wonder at your motivation for why you want to go overseas to find a partner. Is it because you prefer your woman without opinions, unable to fight back, and vulnerable?
Yeah, you got me. I'm one of those overseas women who doesn't have an opinion in my little head. So now a passport bro is somehow a pedophile who's just looking to do what he do with a 13-year-old. Well, I don't know why you think we're underage, but we can't exactly help the fact that we look a lot younger than you think we should. And apparently, you're not alone. Okay, it's bad enough that you call the passport bros creepy, annoying, and strange. But the fact that you aren't even bothered if they pursue children says a lot about your priorities. And thanks for implying that men can just come over here and hang around with children. You may not know this, but the Philippines takes that kind of thing very seriously. If a man is even seen with an underage child, he's immediately reported and investigated. Oh, wait a sec. I forgot. We're too uneducated and submissive to say anything about it.
Triggered immediately. Well, F you then. Just go overseas. We don't need you. Whatever. Bye, loser. You see the anger? Do you see that?
Why are you mad because men are choosing to go out of the country, passport bros, and use their passports to get women that are feminine, fit, beautiful, inspiring, kind, cooperative, and submissive? Women that have traditional values. Why are you mad about that? Here's the thing, the passport movement, passport bros, this is not a new concept. Men in the military, guess what? Many of them have wives that they met outside the country, okay? So this is not a new concept. And you know what else? My son-in-law is actually half Filipino. That's right, his mom's from the Philippines and his daddy is Black. It's not a new concept, y'all.
They really don't get it. Men are looking for traditional women. And most men have always wanted traditional women. But because modern women were taught to go to school, get their education, they were never taught to prioritize marriage, a man, or relationships. They were taught to go to school, get an education, take care of yourself because you don't need a man. Live your life, have your fun in your 20s. Fast forward, here we are. We have a world full of modern women who are independent entrepreneurs, boss chicks. They don't need no man, right? But for a lot of these women, this entrepreneur, boss chick, independent woman lifestyle is not working out the way they plan. Because when you choose that, that means you may not ever have that family structure, that home, that two-parent home. The majority of these women become single mothers because during that, have your fun in your 20s stage, and then when they hit their 30s and 40s, they were not prepared for that because nobody told you what hitting the wall looks like. You were never taught how to be in a relationship. You were never taught how to treat a man, how to love a man. Also, going forward, we really need to stop trying to shame men into accepting something that they just don't want. And women have to accept the fact that, hey, we've been taught wrong. We've been sold a certain set of rules, and a lot of women ran with it. And now it's the very thing that's holding them back from getting or achieving the things that they say they want.
Yep, that about sums it up.